Okay, so I really didn't know how to start this video off other than I had to tell you a little bit about the books. And it took me a while to make this video because there's a lot of work that needed to be done on the books. I am doing this by myself. I don't have any help. So there's a lot to be done. I don't want to just make a simple story and throw it at you. I want to make something with a lot of content, a lot of world building in it, and give you guys an idea of what I really like. I also had to reinvent for myself personally a system of magic because I really don't like magic in media that we all see in movies and TV shows. And the only system that I'd ever come across that I liked was in role-playing games like Dungeons and Dragons and, other role-playing systems, Rifts and stuff like that. But I didn't want to just rip off of them. I wanted to create something of my own. So I've been developing a new magic system because a lot of times they don't explain where the magic actually comes from. So I want to try to explore that a little bit and give you an actual place where magic comes from, the power and the ability to use the magic as well. So let's begin. There are 2 books at the moment that I want to work on, as well as a side book on the world and everything in it to help you better understand the world, but to cover anything I might have missed or forgotten to tell you guys as far as the open world is in the book. The 2 books I'll be trying to work on are the Alyssa Chronicles and one that I'm not sure. I came up with a name, Becoming Brutal, but that's already used by someone, and I don't know if I can use it for a comic book. It's an actual book by some ladies. Anyways, I don't know if I can use Becoming Brutal, so I'm going to have to come up with another name for it. Everything will be under the Dark Hand of Lee. So everything will be the Dark Hand of Lee presents the Alyssa Chronicles. The Dark Hand of Lee presents Brutal. Now, these are not the first books that I've worked on. I do have other books that I am working on. Those books are more superhero oriented. So I think the superhero thing is kind of played out. But I had planned on making stuff about magic. So I want to go ahead and explore the magic aspect. I think the world building in the magic books that I'm making, I feel that they'll be more filled with content as opposed to the superhero books. I'd really like to put out the superhero books, and I also have a book that's set in the future where humans leave the planet and we go out exploring. But I'm only one person. Every time I try to get somebody to try and help, nobody, I guess they just don't think that it's possible. But I have this entirely huge world that I've created, and I'd love to share some of it with you. And the Alyssa Chronicles and Brutal are part of those books that I want to share with you. So, the Alyssa Chronicles. The Alyssa Chronicles is about a girl being forced to become something that she doesn't want to be by many different groups around her, whether it be necromancers, illusionists. People are trying to kill her, like the paladins. And there's just a bunch of different people that are either trying to kill her or push her into being something that she just doesn't want to be. She just wants to be a girl. She just wants to live her life. And she's being deceived by everyone who is trying to corrupt her and force her into something that they think has been prophesized about her. So that's what that book's going to be about. I'm going to try and balance her abilities so that she doesn't become a Mary Sue. I don't want that with this character. Obviously, the main character is going to be a girl. There's going to be a lot of girls in there that are in main character positions. It's just something that I have come up with just through my love of Japanese cartoons and stuff from the 80s. I just always liked female lead roles, provided they're done right. Not like the newer stuff that's coming out where they're just super powerful, they know everything. Alyssa's going to be torn between what she wants to do, what she thinks she should do, and dealing with people trying to kill her and being forced into becoming somebody she doesn't want to be. So she's going to have to struggle with that throughout the book. I don't think it's going to be a long-lasting book. I kind of have an idea of a beginning and an end, and then maybe another book after it ends. But yeah, I don't want to tell too much about the book. There is going to be a path for her to take where she's going to have to decide whether she wants to be the person who helps the villain of the story or if she wants to defeat the villain. And it's going to be a hard choice for her. So we'll see what happens. Does she become the villain? Does she become the hero? Or is she both? We'll see. The other book is, I think I'm just going to call it Brutal the Barbarian or something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'll come up with another name. But Brutal is going to be a mixture between the old style Conan the Barbarian books and the video game Elden Ring, where I'm going to bring in a bunch of lore. I'm going to try and put little things in the background for you to maybe catch or miss, come back later and see it later. I might make them full page pictures just because I kind of want to put a lot into it, but I don't know. We'll see how the book goes. I don't have a lot of time. I work 7 days a week. It's probably going to go slow. And like I said, I don't have the magic completely done. I don't have the world completely done. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of lore, a lot of stuff that's going on in the backgrounds that I want to put in. But yeah, he does have a goal that he wants to achieve himself, but he's going to have to become more powerful in order to achieve that goal, and then we'll see what happens after that. Sorry if you hear a lot of noise in the background. I've got the windows open, it's raining. I'm just enjoying the nice weather in the background. Yeah, so you will be exploring the world that I've created with Brutal as he explores it. Brutal has been held prisoner, so he will be exploring the world as you are exploring it with him. I think I'm going to make it a little bit darker than Conan the Barbarian. Give it that Elden Ring feel. That's why I kind of want to put the full pages in there, because I want you to be able to have a lot to see. So we'll see. I'm not really good with background. I'm going to try and work on it and see what I can do. So I hope you guys will follow along with me as I try to create the world. I will be showing you some of the stuff that I'm doing as far as creating the magic, creating the world, and the characters. I'm going to try and see, because I don't even have, I know what some of the characters look like. I know what Alyssa looks like. I know what Brutal looks like. But some of the characters I just don't know. So we're going to have to figure it out together, I guess, and see what we can come up with. All right, thanks for watching the video, and I'll be back with more. I hope you guys will follow along with me through this adventure of the Alyssa Chronicles and Brutal. And thanks for staying this long if you've stayed to the end, and I hope to see you back.